My name is Taku Mafika from Zimbabwe. Once again, I welcome you to this edition where you can learn more about the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. Today, I will talk to you about just four main themes concerning the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. First of all, I will describe the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. Secondly, I will tell you its function. Thirdly, I'll give you a historical background. And finally, I will let you know about the physical structure and playing technique of this Mbira. The Nyunga Nyunga is made out of wood material and metal. Its organology, it is classified as a plucked idiophone. It is also a tuned idiophone. Now, the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira is very popular in Zimbabwe. And why it is very popular? Because it has got a very normal function. And the most important function is that it is a secular traditional music instrument. It is usually used for social enjoyment, entertainment, for example, weddings, parties, and currently most musicians are inculcating the Mbira, Nyunga Nyunga Mbira music into their recordings, into their new modern sounds. The Nyunga Nyunga Mbira is originally from the western side of Mozambique. It was discovered by a man called Jegetapera amongst the Nyunga province, the Nyunga people of the Sena province of Mozambique. This is why it is now called the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. Now, when Jege was traveling to Mozambique, he heard this very magical and beautiful sound. And when he found out that this Mbira, the Nyunga Nyunga now as we call it, had only 13 keys. And as he came back to Zimbabwe, he brought it to Bulawayo, to the United College of Education, which is now called the United College of Music. Here, then, they added 2 keys to this Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. And now, it has got 15 keys. Hence, it's now called the 15 key Mbira or Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. From there on, there are certain individuals who then popularized this Nyunga Nyunga Mbira worldwide. The names like Tomisani Maraire, the names like Shespi Matiure, and now the daughter of Tomisani Maraire, Chiwoniso Maraire. These people played a very instrumental role in popularizing the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira worldwide. And currently now, it is being used and learned and taught nationwide in Zimbabwe, in universities, colleges, and schools. The general build-up of the instrument, the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira, is quite simple. But listen, here you have the wooden board, which is cylindrical in shape. The name of this wooden cylindrical shape is called the resonator. In Shona, we call it deze. Its main purpose is to amplify sound. In other words, it increases the volume of the sound when the Mbira is plucked or when it produces sound. Attached to it is the soundboard. The soundboard is a rectangular, wooden, also in material shape. This is where the keys are laid on, and its main purpose is to capture the first sound that is produced by the keys. And as it captures that sound, it then transfers it to the resonator. The soundboard is called Gwariva in Shona, and it's very important because this is where everything else is laid. Now, on top of the Gwariva, you will also find some bottle tops or some rattling metal or iron scraps that are there only made to vibrate, and they produce a percussive sound. In Shona, we call them majaka. Majaka vibrate when the keys are plucked, and they make a very beautiful percussive sound which gives the Mbira its richness. Now, the other important things that make up also the Mbira is this iron bar that you can see. this iron bar on top, which is called in Shona mutanda, its main purpose is to suppress these metal keys so that they remain intact and they just don't move. Now, when they just don't move, it means that the mbira will always constantly remain in tune. Under the keys, you can also see that there's a metal strip that's there. This metal strip plays a very important role. It is called in Shona the daniko, or in English, the bridge. Its main purpose is to give a pivotal support to the keys. The keys are lying on top of it and they are suspended on top of this. Now it gives them space to vibrate without getting to hit the wood or the soundboard. Finally, we will find the metal keys. The metal keys are also called mbira in Shona. These are plugged with the fingernails to vibrate, and when they vibrate, they produce sound. Now, as we said before, the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira has got 15 metal keys, and each of them play a specific role and is arranged in an important way, and it plays that particular function. Now, the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira is tuned in the key of F major. This means that the biggest key or the home of the whole instrument is F. When you play it on the piano, it's the same with this on the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira. Now, first we want to know the names of the keys. As you can see, the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira has got two rows, the upper row and the lower row. I will start with the first upper row. The upper row, each key in the upper row has got a name, and these keys are named according to even numbers, counting from the left going to the right. So the first key on top is called number 2, 4, 6, 8, up to 14. And these keys in the upper row, the most important thing to note is that they produce a high sound. These are used to produce the melody or the treble or the soprano of the sound. Now, the lower row of the keys produces a tenor sound, baritone, down to bass. In other words, it produces the lower sound. And these keys are also named specifically from the left going to the right. And the first note is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, up to 15. So the most important thing you have to note is that these keys are named according to odd numbers. The Nyunga Nyunga Mbira keys are arranged and made, as I said before, in the key of F major. Now, the only note that you wouldn't find there on the Nyunga Nyunga Mbira is B flat. That's in the scale of F major. And so we have got key number 9 as F, and other keys that are similar to key number 9, which are all playing F, are key number 9, 5, and 8. All these keys are different octaves, but they are producing the same F note. Key number 11 is C. Exactly on top of it is key number 10 is playing also C. Key number 11 and 12 are playing note D on the piano. Key number 15 and key number 14, they are playing the note E on the piano. So these notes, you'd find out that these keys have got same notes but may have different octaves. The only key that doesn't have any note that's similar to it or an octave above is key number 3. Key number 3 is the note of G, and there's no other other key that sounds exactly the same with key number 3. Key number 1 and number 7 are all sounding like A, and key number 7 is the lower octave, and key number 1 is an octave above, but all of them are A. Well folks, that's it for now. In my next lesson, I will teach you how to read the music and how to write it, probably more on the chords of how you can make up different chords on the mbira so that you can probably make your own compositions. But the most important thing, remember, we can get you a very good quality mbira, original from Zimbabwe, and that which you can always stay with. Contact us. You can get it on the internet anywhere you want, but always feel free to contact us. We'll get you your mbira and you'll have your own.